Hello everyone, and welcome to the first of the 13 days of Halloween. Today we're reviewing Costume Quest for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and the PC. Now, while this is an older game, this is still a fun, really cool game, and one of the few that is truly themed around Halloween. As you can see, I fired up my PS3 and we are getting ready to play. Now the cool thing about this game is that it comes in both an original game with an add-on pack called, hold on a minute, Goblins on Ice, and earned a sequel. That's right. This is how popular this game was. And look, 2010. It gives you an idea on how long it took to make this game sequel, because the PS3 was still around. But it's a fun game. Now, as you can see, there are two modes to pick because I did get the add-on content, and I was so happy when they released this because this was an addictive and fun game. And this is one game, much like Batman Arkham Knight, that I will willingly play at least once a year. Now, that alone has got to be a good thing. And believe it or not, there is actually a fan base for this game. It's that much fun. And as you can see, it's just fun. So let's start first with New Game Plus, but we're going to start with the original game itself. But I will cover a little bit of Goblins on Ice. But right now, let's jump into the main quest. And one thing I have to admit is how impressive this looks on my new 4K TV. I mean it too. This looks great on the 4K TV. In fact, it looks better than I thought it was going to look. Now, if this was on my old 1080p, it would not look this good. I'm just being fair and honest, it wouldn't. But the 4K TV is upscaling this. It is looking better, and it is actually a good game. Wow, even the frame rate's a little better. This is actually pretty good. Sorry if it's not the best. Remember, I am recording on my laptop looking right at my TV. But this does have some pretty fun things. And as you can see here, there's a lot going on. So this sets up the plot. You're two twins in this town. You're brand new, as you can see from the dialogue. And, well, as you can imagine, you've got to make friends and all that stuff. So, but it's Halloween. Now, here's the cool thing. All of this just keeps getting better. I really do find myself quite happy about this. And look at this slapstick comedy that they have in it. It's just fun. No fighting. Yeah, right, Dad. That's really going to pan out. Here's the first point that we really get to do stuff here. We get to pick who we're going to use. Now, we can pick her. We can pick him, her, him. We're just going to go with Ronald. I hope I got his name right. This is your night. I'm sorry, Mom, but your ears aren't working. This is the sort of comedy you get used to with this game. And as you can see here, the brother gets the costume. Whoever you pick gets this really good robot costume. And then, unfortunately, as you can see, a candy corn costume. I really wish I was making this up, but this is not a joke. I mean, look at this. Now, the cool thing is this is sort of a top-down, really well 3D developed environment. Huh. Damn. Oh, yeah. We don't have that many controls yet. Here's the cool thing. You do actually go trick-or-treating, and look. Yeah, you're one person to talk, lady. Needless to say, this is actually a funny game. And there's a lot of things here. And as you can see, this is partially what affects the storyline. Again, sorry if I don't have a better camera, but, you know, this is, you know, pretty much what I've got to live with. But it does get more fun. And I'm actually surprised with just how much work went into this. It really does do good for these little cinematic scenes. And you can just see, I mean, look, your crummy costume. I mean, my God. Well, more candy for me. Yeah, right. This is where the plot twist of this game picks in. I mean, that is a really bad costume, by the way. I mean, candy corn, really? But it works because then there's this. Oh, look. There's a goblin. This is actually kind of cool and yet creepy at the same time. And that's the thing. This is not a horror game. This is a game that has been built particularly for fun. The story alone will basically keep you enthralled, and it's actually a lot of fun. I mean, this is fun, and you can tell just in this first environment that there was a lot of work that went into this game. I mean, and this game is not super small. It's actually got some size to it. It's not the smallest, but it's definitely not the just. You could definitely, I would say, complete this, and I have done it in about, say, give or take 5 or 6 hours. But you know what? You can take your sweet time with it, or you can just do a lot of other stuff. It was just so much fun to do this game, and that's the thing that gets me is how much fun it is. And it is. It's a lot of fun. As you can see, the auto system is trying to correct all the time as it keeps changing camera angles and lighting. So yeah, I have to put up with that. Still, this is a lot of fun. He just throws her over. Now we're about to get into the first battle. This is how the battle system works. The costumes, as you can see here, are actually really important. I mean, the main design of the graphics doesn't look all that impressive. It's still good, don't get me wrong, but it's not the greatest. However, it's about to get a lot more fun. And my controller is vibrating. I forgot about that. That is so cool. Oh, you know, I just love it. And here we go. This is what I love about the game, which is battle things. And for Halloween, this is like one of the best things you can do. Look at that. And the battles are actually really cool looking. They are really well done. They're mostly a time-based type RPG thing here. See, you've entered a battle. Now, let's start with this. So, as you can see here, Missile Barrage is special. It actually has to build up. So, we're going to go with Basic Attack. And watch that. And boom! Yeah, baby! Now, it also works for creating a successful counter thing. And look, the barrage is almost ready. That's the other thing, too, is the buttons do actually change. I do want to point that out. So if you're not careful, you're going to get hit. I mean, and for me, unfortunately, as much as it pains me to say, I have not been doing it. But look at that. That is a cool little sequence. I haven't played this in a while. Like I said, I play at least once a year. And you're experienced. The candies actually, believe it or not, that you get in this from trick-or-treating, defeating the enemies, is your currency. That's your currency that lets you buy all the cool collectible stuff. Here's one of our main villains. And to be fair, it's kind of a cool system. I like that. Halloween's kind of my thing. I mean, this gives you a hint on how fun it is. It's designed really to be a fun game, not a violent game or anything. It is fun. And I love her dialogue. And that's the other thing. You have to remember, this is really cool. This is a really cool setup to the game, and it works well. I mean, plus, you know, my 4K TV makes this game look better than when I remember it, which is a nice upgrade. I think it's also helping for this review, too. It makes this review look better. Eventually, you will meet 2 more characters. You'll go to 3 environments. This is the first one right here. Then, on top of that, you will get a shopping mall and a harvest festival. And it's just pretty cool. Now we're going to see that there are actual people who will help you. There is a currency system, like I said, for the candy. You have to trick-or-treat in every location to clear out the locations to progress further in the game. That's non-optional. There's a few other quests you have to complete to gain access to certain locations, too. And that's pretty good. I like that. He's going to barf on meat. And it gives you a hint on how... Really? I forgot that the cat actually has a little pink butt. God! Did they have to... And he's mooning us, too. The cat is mooning us. But check it out. This is a cool thing. Each costume you get has a set of special abilities, both in the game's combat and in, believe it or not, your ability to progress through the environment. So this actually does make this game a lot of fun. There's also a store where you can buy stuff called battle stamps. There are tons of collectibles. The environment is actually pretty impressive too. So watch this. Now, and these destroyable pumpkins will give you candy. There's also other stuff. Look here. And it gets pretty impressive, actually. This game does have a lot going on. Unfortunately, as much as I hate to admit it, this is just a quick playthrough, and I do wish there was more, but, you know, we're going to have to do stuff, but, oh, God. And then there are pieces of the costumes you find and stuff. It's just a lot of fun. There's a lot of detail put into this. I have to admit, this is a fun game. So with that, I'm going to point out that this is pretty good for a review. I haven't covered Goblin on Ice, but I will do that later on. But this is a fun game. So I'm going to give it a 9 for Halloween. This is a good game. It's worth buying. I don't know if it's available. I'm going to check for hopefully the next video. But we're out. See ya.